multi-faith space. Multi-faith space. Yeah, it's kind of like programming. I mean, when you type down code, it does something. Yeah, I'll count it. Okay. I'm actually streaming right now, I think. No, if you want to, there's a link, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Is it? Multi-faith space. Oh, it's. Yeah, using the wrong mic. There. This is better. Alright. Okay, we're streaming. Back to code. So are you done with this step? What have you done? You see my screen? Ooh. Should write your header in the line below me. Okay, so on the left, do you see welcome to HTML? Alright, so I'm just going to read it. Let's start this slowly. In HTML, we use tags to tell the browser how to format our content. Everything after the opening tag becomes a first level header. We end the header with the closing h1 tag. The leading slash character is what makes this a closing tag. Alright, that sounds all boring to me. Just in your little gray screen. Oh, I can hear me talking again. Oh no. I can hear me talking again. Like multiple times, I mean. Yeah, do that. Unless you have to see it to figure something out. Okay. Alright, so now, if in the gray area that says index.html, under the I'm a comment, you won't actually see me on the web page. Type anything. Type Marshall. Yeah. That's just telling you what line. Yeah, so line 3. And then at the bottom say save and submit code. Yeah, I'm just showing you that. Correct. They want us to start with a header 1. But yeah, you will in a second. You can now if you want. But I'm just making the point that you don't have to have that header 1 tag to make information display, because you should see your name on the other window. Your screen might be too small. No? If you look at my string, there's a white box. There's a white box, yeah? That has, it should have Marshall in it. Okay, let's put the header. Let's see if it shows up. Mine shows up without the header. Did you close it, the tag? Do you have one on the left and one on the right? You need a you need, yeah, it's gonna be a little different. Like in the example, there's a H1 on the left and the H1 on the right, but the one on the right has a / in front of it. So it just needs that / and that's closes it, I guess. Okay. You can. Okay, what does it say? Okay, so line 3, copy it and paste it into the Skype chat so I can see what you're coding. But yeah. Do you know the shortcut for copy? Command C. Those are very, very, very helpful sometimes. Command V. Nine. Okay. That's correct. You should be able to hit save and submit, and it should. That's what I have. What if you hit the X? It on the oops. What? Look at the stream. Click on that link. What? Oh, okay. Then don't. I feel like, or share your screen so I can see it, but you can't because you have a Mac. No, you can't. You did the join me, and that worked, but that's a whole process. I can share my screen. Now if you look at Skype, can you see my screen? Okay. Do you see your screen look like this? You can enlarge it somehow. It has this over here. A comment, you won't actually see me on the web page. You should write your header in the line below you. And then I put my code. There's dash dash bracket angle, whatever you call it. It's the same as the header at the end of the H1. It's the greater than sign. What? This is all of the okay. What'd you change? Where at? At the beginning of the H1? Oh my goodness. That's way too picky. But at least you got it. See, that's debugging right there. You're a programmer now. Okay, so you can see what the H1 does, right? It made your name bigger. Good deal. There's also H2, H3, H4, all the way to H6. They make them smaller actually. So like, yeah, if you try it, you'll see. But, okay, I'm starting the next lesson. At the bottom says start next lesson. Right? Where you hit save and submit. You'll have a website in no time. Where you hit save and submit. You'll have a website in no time. Hang on, what? Oh yeah, you're at the next step now. So this is how we do paragraphs. Yeah. So I guess try making a paragraph element. Add it on its own line after your heading. Remember the opening tag and the closing tag. So similarly, you open the P and you close the P. And then what do I want to type in there? You can put it right after that or on the next line. Should work either way, actually. I'm gonna put my YouTube. What are you gonna put? Right after line 4 is where I put the P. What? Just tap. So that hello world is kind of like, well, yeah, it's just my paragraph. I could put a story in there if I want. But hello world in general for programmers is like your first program almost always. You'll see it a lot. If you're correct. Yeah, it's like the program is saying hello, like it was just born, I guess, or something. Anyway, you'll see it a lot if you do programming classes. Yeah, you should. There you go, your first hello world. That's a milestone too. You should get a award. Yeah. That work? Yeah, I did. Just like this is HTML. This is HTML. So you're doing HTML right now. Alright, so I'm starting the next lesson. Okay. I'm not starting the next lesson. No. Okay, yeah. I was messing with my stream. So, how do you make different types of input tags? Wait, what is this? No, I just skipped ahead. Okay, asking for input. That's awesome. Now all of your fans will know a little bit about you. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do. I want to make input. How do you learn a bit about your fans? Let's ask them for some input. You can, for many different types of input, you can ask for many different types of input, but let's ask them to submit their email at this point. How do you make different types of input tags? You add an attribute. So, what do you think this will do? Kind of, yes. You'll see. Have you put it in yet? Okay. So you see the box now? Alright, so that box is an input. That's what that created, I guess. So then eventually you'll be able to make it so that you hit a button and that whatever's text is in that box gets submitted. So anyway, yes. Oh, and then it says step 2. So we just did step 1. Step 2 is make an input with the type of submit. Yeah, we type bracket input type equals submit bracket. Yeah, on line 6. Or next to it. Bracket input no, there's no slash in this one. You should have a text box and you should have a submit button. No. I don't see where you see element. Okay. So there's something missing. Do you have quotes around it? Okay, copy. Okay. Around submit, I mean. Okay. Copy and paste it to Skype. What? Okay. Sometimes the space matters, but usually it doesn't. Oh. Copy and paste what you have. Okay, you're missing a quote on email. There we go. that actually makes a difference, having a quote. But okay. Yeah. Beautiful. There's just one teensy tiny problem with our webpage so far. Your fans have no idea what they're supposed to type. Let's fix that. The need for placeholder text is so common. There's an attribute to handle it for us. Okay. So, and I'm literally copying this from the code example. Just easier. No. Well, I could be, but you do this inside of the email element 5. Yeah, and so inside, I'm not taking out the bracket. I'm literally moving one to just to the left of the bracket and entering placeholder equals your email. I forget what this is called. I should figure that out. I will figure that out. Why are you squeaking? Huh. Okay, so again, like it says, when you're looking at that text box, you know what I'm talking about when I say text box? You don't know what to type in it. It's just an empty text box. So you can put a placeholder in it, so it's kind of like gray and in the background, and it says your email, so they know to put your. Okay, I'm guessing you got it. Good job. Yay! I did it earlier. I didn't get one for that. Oh, I just submitted it. Oh no, I didn't get a badge. I don't know. Adding style. This is starting to have structure. What we need. What? This is starting to have the structure that we need. It still looks really boring. Let's use some CSS to go from blah to an amazing website picture. You see that picture with an owl? Okay. Alright, so what is CSS, you might ask? Good question. So far our HTML just gives us structure and text. All the words are here, but nothing more. CSS, or cascading style sheets, lets us style our content, whether it is changing the front and color of the text or whether it is positioning our element on the screen. CSS is crucial to a well-designed web page. To start, just add a style tag to the top of the page. I'll fill it in very short. Yep. Yeah. What? I just copied it like they have. Well, I've not done this example before, but I know what's going on. Okay, no it won't. But, no, not yet. Hit save and submit, see if it works. There you go, you got it. Okay. So do you, question, is CSS, how many languages are we programming in now? Yes. You get 3 choices, 1, 2, or 3. Correct. We're programming in HTML and CSS. CSS. So that CSS is another language separate from HTML. They work together though. Okay. Alright, anyway, I'm not trying to confuse you, but okay. Center your heading. Alright, so I guess we're gonna try and center our heading. Alright. There's this, what? Correct. Alright, there's a style framework. There's the style framework. Now let's take it out for a spin. We're going to add the following lines to the style tags. Okay. So let's do what it says. With the H1 text align center stuff. This will be on line 1 or line 2. Mine, if you look at my screen, I'm actually on multiple lines. I just copied it from here, pasted it. No, it's not. That's rule number 1 of programming. Use what you have. I don't think that's the rule. Correct. So yeah, we're gonna put all of our style stuff inside of those style tags. You don't have to tab. Okay. I do it because it makes more sense to me. No. You need to what? Yeah, it's great to me. What? Just scratch. Said it. Okay, copy paste it. Or you have H1 bracket. Hi. There we go. Yeah, you go with that. Okay. I think I might go get some food. Do I have any food to get? No good food. Let's see. Be right back. You're back.
Is this guacamole still good?
Whoa. Sound like a Wookiee. Did it work yet? Okay.
Go.
Go. Go where?
Why are you doing that?
Huh?
I can't see very
Can you hear me?
clearly. There is something in the background.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Can you hear me? How did you respond?
What?
You responded. You said no.
I said no.
So you can hear me.
No. There's feedback in the background.
Okay. These
Stuff
headphones.
like you're outside and it's raining.
Can you hear me now? Okay. It's raining. These headphones give me a headache after a while.
There's feedback in the background.
It would.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, really. These
Stuff
headphones-
like you're outside and it's raining.
Yeah, I was watching my stream. How do I get more people? How do we do this? I put it on. Woozy's not playing. Woozy. Get back. Yeah. What do you mean? You're not even in the room. You're not even in the room. Nah, I was looking for Woozy. I'm not playing with him. Did it work? Okay, start next lesson. Center your paragraph. You already centered your paragraph? Oh. Alright, this is a challenging one. I kind of want to see if you can figure this one out. It's going to take some thought. Alright, let's see what it says. Center your paragraph. Man, isn't that nice? Your heading just moved over to the center of the page. But now your paragraph is looking lonely over by the side. Why don't you move it over to the center too? Okay. Exactly. That's correct. Now how do you do that? Copy and paste what? That is very close to being correct. We will have to do something. You're on the right track. You're definitely on the right track, but you need to put that inside of style. Enter a new line. Then do like what you said. That's how it kind of knows after that colon is the alignment. So if, say you wanted to align it to the right, if you put, instead of center, put right, it would move it to the right. So it just kind of, it's a visual marker too, so you know. Did it work? Okay. Good. Yeah, good job. You got that one. Figured that one out easy. Why? If it works, then who cares? Okay, I'm going to the next one. Save and submit. Start. Okay. Great. Work your body. Is that a song? Probably shouldn't Google that. Yeah. Okay. Great. Now everything is centered on your page. For right now, our styling is awful repetitive, don't you think? How can we apply one style rule to both elements? One of the best tricks in web design is using a surrounding parent element. Let's add a style to a single element that surrounds our heading and our paragraph. Fortunately, every HTML page has a body element that wraps everything that is visible on the page. Okay. On a new line after your style, add a body tag. Okay. So yeah, just after style, add body tag. And at the very bottom, which will now be line 16, close it. Close the body tag. You won't see anything different yet. Okay, so you can see I'm going to tab everything out because you can imagine all these things are enclosed inside the body, right? The header one, the paragraph, the inputs are inside of the body. And the body takes up that whole page right now. Anyway, so now we want to use CSS to modify the body. Basically everything inside of it. So now it's saying step 3, then replace your header 1 and your P style selectors with a new body selector. Remember to set the text align to center for your entire body. So I'm going to delete. I'm going to just actually delete, yeah, H1, the text H1, and then put a, yeah. Now replace H1 with body, B-O-D-Y. No. Just like it had H1, didn't have any brackets or anything. You can delete P. We don't need it now. All of P. And it should be centered as your line 5, 6, 7. P. Yeah, you don't need it. So is your page centered? Yeah, okay. Way to go. It's so encouraging. Okay, so good head on your shoulders. Before we move on, it is important to note that every good body has a good head attached. The head wraps around all of the information that isn't directly shown on the page, like style element or title element. Okay, as it says, so we have this body section. We're gonna, and similarly to how we have style, we're gonna add a head section, H-E-A-D, just below, at the top, basically. Sure, yeah. We're gonna put style inside of head. So, yeah. So did you create head and then you closed it out? Okay, and then inside of there, like move all that style stuff into it, between them. Sure. I just have head, close head, and then style inside of it. So that is great. So one last thing before we get back to styling, we need to tell the browser what we are using HTML5, the latest and greatest version. Instructions. Add the following to the first line before everything else. Alright, so just as it says, really simple. Put that at the very top. You doing that? Okay, save and submit. Did it work? Yeah. You're collecting all the badges, man. Okay, so changing color. Alright, so actually back to what that does. Doc type, like it said, it just tells the browser we're using HTML. You're almost, I don't really even think about it. You just do it. It's something you do. Get it over with. Boilerplate stuff. Alright, so changing color. Alright, now that we have the correct, it would have worked fine. Yep. Alright, now that we have that boilerplate out of the way, let's continue with some style. CSS gives us many options to change the background of the web page. Just a little bit, you'll be able to use a gorgeous photo for your background, but let's keep things simple for now by simply setting the color to black. Of course, you are not going to be able to read your page until we change the color of your text. Okay, so we're gonna make the background black. Alright, so you see inside style, you have body, right? Inside. We'll get to that. So is it black now? Yeah, you have to do one more thing. It's saying set the background to black. Yeah, you want to set the color. You know how it said inside of body we have text align background color, or text align background. We need to add one that's color and make that white. This changes the font color so you can see your text. Correct. Say what? That's by default. I wonder if you can put text. No. It just, that's what it's called. Standard. So it worked. Okay. 11. Now let's change the font on your page. The font family changes that font. Add a new line to your body styles. Alright, so again, what do? You tell me. Okay, did it work? So what'd you type? I don't know why I'm typing. I think so. Woozy's watching. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to say. Did I tell you that I'm gonna race Woozy to 100? Yeah, for subscribers. he has 14. Yeah, maybe I should be streaming on Twitch right now, but eh.
Well, after 8 years, your mattress practically doubles in weight.
You're stuck on that code. Do you have what I have? I have my screen. You can't see anything. Oh, sorry. I'll move that to the other screen. Woozy, you're causing problems. Okay. You can't have what I have, but what's different? There has to be something different. Your color's black? What do you do, Woozy? Okay, do you have a colon after? So, line 6, does that say background? And then line 7 says color. Do you have a semicolon after black? You need one after white. Okay. This section. Okay, logo image. Adding a logo image is easy. Just use the image tag. The image tag finds the image located at the URL in the source attribute and then displays it. Okay. So here we're gonna copy all that text inside of there. Replace the H. Oh, I guess so. I don't want to. I'm just gonna put it below it. Yeah, I'm leaving that. I'm leaving. Yeah, I just made a new line 16. This Woozy works on the oil field. I don't know if he knows what we're doing, but what? Sure you are. Okay, so Woozy works in the oil field, and he gets up at 4 a.m. And he's in Canada, so you know it's freaking cold. No, he stays up till 10 or 12. I don't. You don't? Do you have a picture? No. Okay, something's wrong. What did you do, I guess? There's a lot more to it. You have to copy it. Look on my screen. You have to drag it and copy it. What? So I don't have to write it all out. Why would I write it all out? Yes, you're correct. In reality, in fact, we can do that. What do you mean? That's what you want. Because it doesn't what each one? Oh. Aw, man, it's gonna make us do it. I don't want to. Because I like my website. There it is. Alright, so I'm deleting the H1 tag. It's gonna like us now. Do you have an owl? Yeah. Okay. So wait. Oh man. You're deleting the whole H1 tag. You're deleting the H1 tag. So line 15 will start with bracket image source equals HTTPS, stuff like that. What? Why would you delete the rest of it? Because you just delete the H1 stuff, not the image stuff. Okay. Did it work? Okay. Alright, background image. Remember how you changed the background to black? In a similar manner, you can set the background to an image with that little command. Change the background from black to blah blah blah. Okay. So, where do you think? What are we trying to do? We're trying to it might make sense. Alright, so we're trying to change it from black, right, to the URL. So what if we just deleted the black part and replaced that URL stuff there? Yeah, it says background black. What? In your code, line 6, what does it say? I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Okay. Figured it out yet? So line 7 says color white. My line 15 is my image for the owl. What? What? I'm guessing you typed that, right? Yeah, you did. That's awesome if so. Hey person, who's doing that? But what? What happened to your owl? Okay. And they changed that, of all things. They're like, I'm gonna get her. Oops. Oh well. Okay. Instead of, you have URL on the next line, maybe you don't. Do you have on line 6, it should say background colon URL, all on that same line, right? Huh? What did I put? Background color? Are we looking at the same thing? I don't have a number. It says change the background from black to that, right? So I replaced the black and background to that, which is correct, what you have. Background check. So you already did it. What? Wait. You might have undone it, maybe? You're on the next step, somehow. I don't know how. Do what? Oh well, I guess we'll let the hacker do that. What? What are you doing? What's going on? Background check. Now let's arrange the background so it looks a little better. Let's add a few style rules to the size and position of the background. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I think that slide's wrong. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, never mind. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I'm back normal. Prevent the background from appearing tiled by adding this line. So background size cover. All right. So what do you know where we? What? Typing what? Well, number 1, it says adding the background size colon cover. Okay. So what do you think? Correct. Or at line 9, I guess. After line 8. Yeah. So now it should cover this full page and not tile. So center the background image on the page horizontally and vertically. Why are you writing center twice? Oh, okay. First one is the first one. No, the first center is talking about horizontally, and the second center is vertically. So you can adjust those two things in that one line. You in number 3 now? Okay. I don't know that we actually need it, but have you ever seen a background that's tiled? Like you. Yeah. Basically, we don't want it to do that, so you just add that and it will prevent it. Okay, so background repeat, no repeat. Finally, make sure the background does not scroll with the page. I always like this effect. I've used it. It's a pretty sweet page we've got. What? Center? So you have background and... Okay. Font sizes. Up to this point, we have applied every style to the body tag so that it works with every element. Let's get a little more specific by changing the paragraph's font size. Alright, so under body, we're going to add what they have. No, under body inside of style. So in style, yeah, we're still inside of style, which the new line will line 14. I still have the P. Didn't you had the P? You were talking about walks on the beach. Oh, yeah. Did it work? Yeah. Alright, so we're on step 17 of 21. Remove default styles. By setting border to 0, we can get rid of some of the default styling on our inputs. Okay, so we have like it says, by default, we didn't even type anything. There's styles applied to it. So we're going to add this to inside the styles to remove the border on the submit button. Okay. Okay. I don't know how you made it big, if so, but. This input is similar to body in the P, right? We want to specifically target input. All right, so on line 4, we have body, right? It says body. What is that targeting? Yeah. You got it. Are you on to the next one already? Do you have the semicolon? Do you have a closed bracket? Okay. Yeah. Do you get what we're doing here? Do you get the body, the P, and the input? Alright, so what does this P do? The P is only affecting the P down here. So we wrapped, P means paragraph. This tag is a paragraph tag. And so when we put it, we're only targeting this, everything wrapped in a P, this is applied to it. So similarly, we have input tag right here. So this input modifies the input. If you can remove it and you'll see there was a slight border around the submit button. If you put it back, yeah. So we removed it because we didn't like it. Because we put it for input. It's also the text field too that affects the text box. Cause you see how it says input? So we're affecting these two input tags, both of them. You get it? Okay. All right. The next one, padding. Okay. Padding is the amount of space between the edge of an element and the stuff inside of it. Alright, so this is an example of padding. See how the space around the text increases on all four sides? It forces there to be a a gap there, yeah. So add a little bit of padding to your input elements with the following line. Oh, okay. So how do we target the input elements? If we want... Correct. Mm-hmm. Did it work? Okay. Alright, so save it. Next lesson. That bigger, better input. Let's increase the font size to make it more proportional to the rest of the text and a little easier to read. Add the following line to the input style. And it doesn't care at all where you put it. Correct. You're getting it. This is real programming. Like, this is how you make a website. Practice makes perfect. I mean, the more you do it, obviously the easier it is. You just do remember it. You will, if you were to do this frequently. But also, I Google everything. I literally I Google, how do I change the background image? And then I know what to look for now. So I know how to look it up. But you got the font size working? Yeah. Yeah, you're not even excited anymore. You used to be like, yeah, what's up? Oh, okay. Are you reading the next one, Bright Buttons? You're not even listening. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're almost there. Let's draw attention to the submit button by making it nice and green. The trick is that we want to select just one of the inputs, not both. How do we do that? Huh? We have two inputs tags. The button, correct. We've been working on both of them, kind of. The last one was with both of them. We added font size, right? That affected both the text field and the button. It actually increased both of them. So we just want to affect one now. So we want to set the submit inputs color to black and the background to lime green. So I'm going to copy this. What? Where would make sense? We just want to affect one. We're going to style something in specific. So like, yeah, just like input and P have their own section, we make this its own section. What is that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good job. Alright, Sam Smith. Huh? You finished! We finished! What do you want to do now? Want to add an image? Try uploading images to like sites like Imager and including them here. Want to add new elements? Try adding a new paragraph or headings. Or learn more about the fundamentals of web design with Codecademy. Make this your own page. So now we have our own web page. You could put this on the internet and anyone in the world could visit it. What? I don't know either. Your alter ego wrote it or something, I don't know. Okay. Say that again? Say you wanted to replace the image? Is that what you said? Yeah. Find. Correct. Huh? Which line are you looking at? SRC means source. So source, that line on 31 is the OWL, right? We have different lines then, but the one that says image source equals, that's the OWL. So if you were well, it's okay. It can be anywhere. But I'm gonna set an image to cat. I'm gonna set a cat image. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad we finished it. Although I have to update this with another cat image. 1 second. What? Change the background in that one picture. I'm actually going to put this on my website. Let's see. I have a website for me.
over a beat that didn't have any drums. I was wondering, drum?
It's all black. Yeah, it should say nicknash.net. um, have you done your website yet? Yeah, have you done your website yet? Are you done editing it? You closed it? Okay. I was gonna put it up here, put it on the internet. If you go to nicknash.net right now, try it out. You have to, you have to have it hosted. Like you have to. Like, I'll show you. I have a host called HostMonster, so I upload the file to their hosting, and then through that I can see my stuff. So yeah, I made a link for you, except if you don't still have it open, do you? Created what? Okay. If you send me that code, I'll put it on this website here. That code that makes the owl. Your website code. Yeah. I'll put it on the internet. To put it on the internet, you'd have to have a host, which I have a host. I could give you my password and user account, but not right now. Like if you, I pay monthly to be able to host things on the internet. There are free hosts out there, but I do actually want to make a video someday of how to host stuff online. Let me see. Okay. Is this your first page you made? Create. Awesome. Web developer Marshall. Put that on your resume. Alright, so if you if you go to nicknash.net, I have a link on there. Click check out Marshall's stuff. And now that's your webpage. You're on the internets. In video form and website. Oh, that's what you were saying earlier. What if you enter your email into the box? Okay. Yeah, that's another video we could do. I don't know that they'll have a tutorial for it, but you have to put more code in for it to do something with it. We have the view. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any logic to, because you could make it so that whenever you hit submit, a pop-up comes up and says, "Hello, email address," or you could also have it email someone, or you could have it add to a database. Who knows what you want to do with it? All right, so I'm gonna stop streaming. That will be the first programming stream. Let me see. Yeah. All right. Until next time, YouTubers. All right.